To make sure I showed you the snack that I usually consume, I usually will have this, I want to say either right after breakfast, not right after. Let's say I have breakfast at like 10. And this is like what I do with my breakfast is I tend to like split it where I'll drink all my tea at like 10 and then maybe like 11. I'll have that yogurt, right? Because it takes my stomach a while to digest. And I believe that warm water is the first thing you should be putting in your body in the day to help you detox. So I'll usually have that hot tea blend that I showed you earlier. And then I have the yogurt. And then let's say I have the tea at 10, yogurt at 11, at like maybe, I want to say like 12 or 1, I'll have the string cheese, right? And I'll have the Korean barbecue snacks. Yeah, and I'll have the watermelon, right? Like kind of like my dessert, my snack dessert, right? Okay, so let's look at the macros. The string cheese is 6 grams of protein for 50 calories. By our 10% rule, that is amazing. Yeah, because 10% would have been only 5 grams of protein that it needed to have, but this has a whopping 6. So this is one of our foods that really works well for a snack, right? Only 50 calories. This is the light string, low moisture part skim mozzarella string cheese from Aldi. So I just have 1 stick, and then I'll have one of my Golden Island Korean barbecue snack bites, right? I like these ones better than the jerky. They're like dried, smoked, seasoned, tender cuts of pork. They taste so good to me. They have, Tillamook has another version, but I didn't like them. I get these from the Dollar Tree. And they're 50 calories, 4 grams of protein. So by the 10% rule, like this is also really good. It's not like quite 10%, but it's a little under. Still really, really good. So 14 grams of protein, or not 14 grams of protein, excuse me. 4 grams of protein here. We've got 6 from the string cheese. That's 10 grams of protein total. And fruit is not necessarily high protein food, right? But it's still really good for you. It's one of those foods that will help detoxify your system, right, and help hydrate you. It's also really good for your skin, watermelon in particular, right? Keep you hydrated, in addition to you drinking your daily water content. So not a high protein food, 46 calories, but 46 calories plus 50 calories, right? 96. And then we have, what is this? 146 total plus did I do that right? 96 plus 50. Yes, 156 total, or 146 total. Yeah. Holy Lord, let me ask my other phone. Let me just double, triple check. All right, what was it? 96 plus 50? You gonna try to make me show my, go away. I don't need to unlock my phone right now. I just need the calculator. Here we go. So what was it? 96 plus 50? Yeah, 146. See what happens when you second guess yourself? Anyway, you waste time. So yeah, 146 calories for 10 grams of protein, which isn't the best as far as the ratio goes, but we're making some room for the watermelon, because who's going to tell you not to eat watermelon if you're like on a cut, right? Like, it's okay. It's freaking watermelon, right? Unless you're keto, right? Then the sugar can mess with your macros. But if you're not, like, honestly, watermelon, again, I think is one of those foods where like it does more good for your body than harm. So with that said, right, and if you want to cut the watermelon out, right, then this would just be 96 grams of protein for 96 calories for 10 grams of protein. So only 96 calories, 10 grams of protein. Those are pretty great macros too, right? Like, yeah, those are pretty solid. That's the 10% rule. Yeah, it's actually a little better with the 10% rule, because it's like 10 grams of protein for only 96 calories. 10% would have taken it up to 100 calories. But yeah, I'm gonna add back in this here watermelon, because I love me some watermelon. All right, that's it for snack time. Bye. Hi, trainees. Just doing a quick voiceover here to show y'all how I portion out my watermelon. I forgot to mention that 46 calories of watermelon is actually for 1 cup of watermelon chunks. So I have a ramekin here that is roughly equivalent to a cup, and I'm just making sure that I gently and prettily. Is that a word, prettily? Right? Try to get my watermelon in the ramekin. It's a little difficult. Feel like I'm playing Tetris. I'm trying to fit this one. Just get in there. Yeah, get in there. Yeah. Wobble, baby. Yes. Oh, yeah. Success. All right. Moving on. Here we are again. Here are my graham crackers, so you know what time it is, trainees. I'm about to make a dessert s'more. So I usually give myself like 2 desserts. These s'mores have, as you just saw, 130 calories, and there's 2 grams of protein in the graham crackers. Those are my Quest peanut butter cups. I actually wanted to take off the binder clip and show you the full label. Less than a gram of sugar, 200 calories in 2 cups. I usually have half of 1 cup, so that's actually only 50 calories. And unfortunately, we have to give up some of that protein. So instead of being 11 grams, it's actually only 2.5 grams in half a cup, right? So these are just regular marshmallows. 4 of them is 90 calories, so 25 calories in 1. And obviously like 0.25 grams of protein. But here's the thing. I noticed I used to try to get like organic marshmallows and like vegan marshmallows. But those are actually higher in calories. And I noticed like 25 calories for 1 marshmallow, right? Versus 50 for 1 just because it's vegan. Nah, not worth it. So I'm grabbing my handy dandy skewer. I'm going to stick marshmallow on the skewer, and I'm going to make I'm gonna roast my marshmallow as if I'm outside camping, right? But like inside on the stove. So I like to scoot my marshmallow back, not too far, but I don't like to leave it too close to the tip because I don't want it to risk it falling off into the fire. So as you've seen, there are my graham crackers. That's actually only 1 graham cracker that I broke in half, all right? And obviously this is the Quest peanut butter cup. I actually have 1/2 already broken or cut into half, right? And what I'm gonna do is like crumble it a little bit so that it melts more easily in between the 2 crackers. Okay, so I keep saying 2 crackers. It's 1 cracker that I broke in half, right? So instead of it being 130 calories, it's actually only, what is that? What is half of 130? Okay, 30 minus 15. What is that, 65 calories? Yes, thank you. Oh my goodness. For a minute there, I was like, what is going on, Pam? Wait, no. I think I did the math wrong. Okay, y'all just gonna have to watch me break up this half of a peanut butter cup while I confirm whether or not the half. Yeah, it is 65 calories. See what happens when you second guess yourself? Ugh. Anyway, so 65 calories plus the 25 calories in 1 marshmallow, right? Plus, how many calories are in because it's 200 calories in 2 peanut butter cups, and I'm using half of 1, so 50 calories, right? This is a 140 calorie dessert, and it's got a total of roughly, I want to say 4.5 grams of protein between the cracker, almost 5, right? If you technically take the 0.25 grams of protein from the marshmallow, right? So a little, almost 5 grams of protein for 140 calories. It's not the best when we look at our 10% ratio, but it's like nice if you like a little sweet treat and you still want there to be a little something in it. If you're trying to get your little, last 5 grams of protein in for the day, and you want to, make sure you're not just eating air, right? Or eating straight sugar. And it's actually like relatively low on sugar, considering the fact that the peanut butter cups are low in sugar, right? And the thing is if you want chocolate that actually tastes decent, that is lower in sugar, if you're having a chocolate craving, this is a very good option, right? Unless you want to grab a protein bar and get more protein in there. But if you're, treating yourself, I really like s'mores. Like s'mores are probably my favorite like dessert item. And I know a lot of people are like, s'mores? Like, is that technically dessert? And that's something we go camping? Like, I consider s'more like the 3rd. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna toast this marshmallow. And y'all can laugh at me all you want while I toast my marshmallow. I like mine dark, right? I feel like everything darker is better. The blacker the berry, the sweeter. Whatever. All right, so I took the marshmallow, and I noticed that it's like ready when the marshmallow starts to like puff up, and when it starts to slide down the skewer slightly. Oh, so it's all good. It's clearly I'm tired doing this voiceover. Child. um, yeah. So it just you get um some little treats. Yeah, while we're watching this marshmallow roast itself, because my hand is nowhere near the thing, and it's just turning and turning, and I think that's funny. Um, let's talk about like different options for other higher protein desserts, right? Like you can eat a Bear bar, and that's like what, like 20 grams of protein, maybe more, right, for 100 and something calories. And sometimes I think they're like 20 grams of protein for like almost 200 calories. So that's a lot better when you're considering the ratio. But you're gonna just want us more. Now, can we address the foolery that is those built puff bars? I thought I was going to be able to get more protein into my life and have that marshmallowy goodness. They're a disgrace for people who like marshmallows. And I know that they're super popular, but I felt super swindled when I went to the store, and then they finally sell them at Aldi, and I got the cookie dough ones, and I'm like, maybe I should try another flavor. Sure, maybe, but honestly, you try something, you can tell regardless of what flavor, like this is just not a good, like this just don't taste good. That's how I felt about the Built Puff bars. I felt so let down. I was like, give me back my doggone s'mores. This is so dumb. If I want a marshmallow, I eat a marshmallow. I don't care. I'm all about moderation. And then to top it off, like the collagen from them, or the protein from them comes from collagen. So I'm like, I might as well just put another scoop of collagen in my morning tea that y'all saw me make in my in one of the shorts on my profile. Right? Like I was like, this is such a joke. Everybody just hyped it up. Anyway, putting my marshmallow in between the cracker halves, with the melted chocolate. Yeah, when I tell you this tastes divine, it tastes divine, sublime. Yeah, see how good that looks, right? Beats a Built Puff bar any day. If you're really itching to get like more of that same like increased protein effect from the Built Puff, eat this and then take a scoop of protein and put it in, or take a scoop of collagen and put it in your nighttime tea. All right, talk to y'all soon.
Sit down,
Okay,
get in the
jumping back
bed,
in
and
to
it's a
do
great
the taste
time. It's
test.
so
All right, I
crazy
figured
because I
I'd
feel
eat
like
this
my
on camera so y'all see
experience
my
here
authentic
this year is
reaction.
going to be so
Yeah,
different than
chewing
our
it up.
experience last
Hmm.
year. I feel
You
like
see that
last
melted
year I
chocolate,
took my
right?
friends
Like,
like a little more.
yep,
I mean, it's going
yep,
to be a little
it's
boring. It's
bussing.
going to be
Ooh,
different than New
yeah.
York, but not
Man, my
as,
s'mores,
not
delectable.
as
All
bad
right,
as last
bye. All right, trainees, it's finally dinner time, and I am making my I'm not really making it, I'm assembling it, right? My rotisserie chicken. So what I'm gonna do is grab a food scale. Y'all should have a food scale. It's definitely a game changer for making sure that you keep track of everything that you eat and you're not cheating yourself as far as the calories are concerned. There's my paper plates because I'm all about convenience. I promise you, I love the planet Earth, but some things got to give, right? Right? I'm trying my best. Trying my best to be a good human, but yeah, this is just one of those things, right? All right. So I'm looking for. What am I looking for at this point? I think a knife. I'm looking for a knife. There we go. Yeah, I'm over here cutting up. Pun intended. All right. So be very careful when you slice your rotisserie chicken. I got this from Ralph's, aka right, the equivalent of Kroger over here in Southern California. I'm going to go ahead and open a bag up. This garlic and herb one, it was delicious. Like I'm never going back. Like honestly, this is, I think, to me the best seasoned rotisserie chicken I've had in a long time. So I'm gonna grab my plate and let me show you a little trick. If you don't know how to do this already, grab your food scale and you can zero it out by hitting the zero button first, right? And then putting whatever it is on it that you want. Well, okay, it eventually went to zero. So putting your vessel onto it, right? So here's my plate. I'm gonna put it down and then I'm gonna hit zero again. So it zeroes out, right? So the plate itself actually weighs, I don't know why it said 0.8. It actually weighs 0.6 ounces. I do pounds and ounces because I find it easier than grams. Other people might differ, but I like what I like. So I'm slicing the chicken. Slicing the chicken or slicing it. I'm gonna take roughly a quarter of the chicken, right? So that'll weigh, I remember somewhere around like 6 ounces, like 6 to 7 ounces. 6, 7. Okay, so I'm getting like a quarter of the chicken, and then I'm gonna put it on the plate. And that ends up being, let me double check my calorie tracker. There we go. Okay. So it ends up being 350 calories and a whopping 47.5 grams of protein. Okay, so you saw there it said 8.9 ounces, right? So what I want to point out is that we don't eat bones over here, right? There's that commercial. Was it Pizza Hut? I ate the bones. No, we're not eating the bones. So what I like to do is keep track of how much the plate weighs. There's my smokehouse maple McCormick Grill Mate seasoning, which I put on everything. I put that on everything. Oh, look at me. Clearly, I don't have the seal off of it. So give your girl a second. That's what I'm doing behind the scenes. Is like just making sure I peel the seal off. Didn't take me long with my acrylic nails. All right, so yeah, like I was saying, we don't eat bones, so I take that step into account. So even though the scale said 8.9 ounces, I'm gonna go ahead and peel the, yeah, oh, I did do it on camera. Thumbs up. All right, cool. We're good to go. What I do is I will finish assembling it, sit down, eat my meal, and then go back and weigh out the bones and then subtract the difference. Yes, I'm extra, but I like to make sure that I'm eating as much as I can, right, for the number of calories that I have tracked in my app, right, my calorie budget, because I look at eating as something that I should look forward to, right? Like, so I don't even really like the term diet or like cut, because it's like, I don't really feel like I'm cutting anything. I'm just eating more of the things that are going to be nutritious for my body and like edifying for my soul. That got real spiritual, right? Like the things that are actually going to keep me satiated, right? So I know it's already seasoned with the garlic and herb seasoning, but like I'm Black and like even more specific, like I'm African. So I will always add, first of all, any Nigerians in the house, y'all put suya spice on your rotisserie chicken. Whew. That was another option I thought of, but I'm really partial to this Grill Mates, the smokehouse maple. So that's what I did for today. Yeah, it's like slightly sweet. You could tell they use some brown sugar, but like it still somehow got 0 calories, so it's not enough brown sugar to really count, right? Okay, so we're gonna stick it on. The air fryer itself is at 400, but I'm only doing it for like 10 minutes, right? Because it's still like this came right from the store. Look at my greasy hands covered in seasoning. I got that straight from the store, so it was still a little warm. Okay, here are my frozen broccoli florets. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some lemon pepper. I'm pretty sure the seal was off that already, so I had to wait for time. But off camera, what I'm doing is looking for, I think my kitchen shears or some scissors or something. So what am I doing? Okay, here, I'm going to go over the nutrition facts. So I'm going to get a cup of broccoli. Oh, so I'm looking for the cup measure. Okay, so I'm going to get a cup of the steamed broccoli. I'm measuring it out for y'all because I'm being generous and trying to be as detailed as I can. But in real life, like I just eyeball. At this point, I've just measured out a cup of broccoli so many times, and I cook, so like I know what it looks like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the bag and I'm going to measure out a cup of broccoli, stick it on my plate, stick it in the microwave, and then, but like in the microwave really just to kind of defrost it, and then I'm gonna throw it in the air fryer too, just to get like a little crisp on it. I like a little char on my food. I don't know about y'all, but I do. So yeah. I'm just trying to fill that cup as much as possible. So y'all know about volume eating. Volume eating is where, and I should do a video on it. Volume eating is where you just try to make sure that you eat foods that will help you get away with eating fewer calories, but eating a larger quantity of food, right? So in this entire cup of broccoli, there are only, dun da da da, where is it? I had it. Yeah, there's only 25 calories. Isn't that ridiculous, right? If I ate a cup full of chocolate, I guarantee you it'd be at least 200 calories, right? See that? So yeah, I know. Obviously, like the cup full of chocolate would taste a little, quote unquote better on your taste buds. And I feel like it's not necessarily better, it's just different, right? Like it's a different thing you're going for. It's not like we're going to neglect chocolate altogether. Clearly, you see, I just added more, right? And I made sure it was like a lower calorie, lower sugar chocolate, right? You got to work smarter, not harder, right? And you can't eliminate the chocolate out of your diet, out of your, I hate saying diet, out of um, your food, your calorie budget or your nutrition regimen, right? Or else you'll just crave it and then risk binging later. So you got to eat smarter chocolate and eat it in smarter portions, right? And make it still fun. That's why I insist on having my s'more, right? Okay, so we're gonna check on our chicken. Oh, look at the chicken. Look at the chicken. Clearly now I'm holding the camera at a decent angle so you can see what's going on in my air fryer, unlike when I was working with that turkey burger. Sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I tried my best. I tried my best. I'm doing better now. Yeah, now we doing better now. Gucci sweater now. All right. A music break. Now, okay, there's the chicken. I know this isn't the prettiest plate, but it's functional, for those days when you're coming straight home from work and you're like, bro, I'm hungry. I want it to be nutritious. I want it to be delicious. I want it to be seasoned, but I ain't got the time, right? So this is me trying to be fancy with with tongs that I don't normally use. Like I'm telling you, I usually like dump that plate right into the air fryer. Oh Lord have mercy! But I already had the chicken on it. I put the chicken on it this time, so yeah. Um, yeah, we're gonna take the heads of broccoli. There's a couple I think that were like trying to hide underneath the chicken that I had to scoop underneath the chicken to grab. I don't know if that ended up happening or if I got them already. I think I did. Okay, and so I'm gonna grab the lemon pepper. Oh, you were wondering where it went, didn't you? Haha, weren't you? Wrong side. Here we go. Y'all ever open the wrong side and then dump too much seasoning on your food by accident? Worst feeling ever. So yeah, sprinkle, sprinkle, twinkle, twinkle, little star. How I wonder where you are. Oh, you're in the air fryer. Oh, yes, you are. Closed. All right. So we're just going to do that for like 5 to 7 minutes, keeping that 400 because I like my char, right? We're going to let that girl cook, right? Let it cook. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to do something else. And then a few moments later. Okay, we're gonna open it up, open it up, open it up. We ready? Dog, how long is this gonna take? Tick tock, ding. There we go. Okay, she's ready. She ready. Dump out the broccoli onto the plate. Oh, I'm so excited. Bro, looking at this is making me salivate. I'm hungry. Ooh, when I tell you this tastes so good, it tastes so good. Yummy, 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 yummy. In my tummy, yummy, 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 yummy. In my tummy. Okay, there's my organic ketchup. I'm gonna go ahead and eat that. I know y'all wondering, like, is she gonna get more ketchup? Yes, there's another bottle in the pantry, I promise you. 15 calories for 2 tablespoons, or 1 tablespoon. So 30 for 2, right? Isn't that great? Excellent. Yeah, right. So, thumbs up. Yeah, y'all can watch me chow down now. Here we go. How you doing? Yeah. Well, I'm great, even though I got a little bit of a flat face, flat affect is what we call that in therapy speak. Right? I promise you I'm happy. I'm really like, this is my face when I'm in my bag, right? And I'm just like feeling grateful for my food. I'm about to, yeah, I think I'm pretty sure I'm watching TV. What was I watching on TV? I think I was watching somebody's vlog. Aaliyah's face and his brat. Yeah. All right. Yes. Yes. Oh, I hope I didn't get real gully and start licking my face because I promise you it tastes good. It's funny how I'm making all these facial expressions in real life while I'm recording this, but you can't see them on the camera. Like my face looks so chill. Like yeah, so good. I'm so satisfied. This is the face of a satisfied woman. She doesn't have to work too hard to smile to please anyone. She grabs her remote control and changes the channel on her Amazon Fire TV when she wants to, right? Then she puts it back down and she grabs her fork and she continues to eat. She lets her nails do the talking because look how pretty they are, right? Yum. Okay. Okay. Dip that chicken in that ketchup, girl. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Bite. Yum yum. Chomp. Ooh, yo, I'm making a mean chomp face. How much chicken did I just put in my mouth? I like to take these dainty bites. People be scarfing food down, and I'd be like, yo, it is not running away from you. Take your time. I'm such a slow eater. Yeah. And my favorite part is the skin. Oh, let me holla at that skin. Ooh, this is one of the things I love about rotisserie chicken. I just don't feel guilty eating it because it's like the skin is like rationed out. It's not like when somebody serves you like a tray full of chicken and then you have to pick it yourself. And like what I'll do is like grab all the skin from that tray. And the rotisserie chicken is like, all right, I have to like ration this out. Like I can't eat all the chicken on all the skin on Tuesday because there won't be any more skin for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, right? Like, yeah, that's a lot of thought put into the process of preparing a rotisserie chicken. But I say all that to say, I like my food to taste good. We're all on this journey and we're trying to treat our bodies better, and we don't have to be miserable on this journey, right? Yeah, we can still make sure that we are full and satisfied and that the food tastes good while making a few tweaks here and there. Oh, I'm gonna lick the chicken off that bone. I sure am. I'm gonna get all the chicken off that bone. Yeah, I tried really hard not to lick my fingers. Just that one time. That one time. I tried not to like go in because this is me being polite and dainty. When the camera's off, I be grubbing, right? So eat my broccoli. And I love the taste of broccoli. That's the other thing I was gonna say. Is like I'm looking for, I can't eat sugar all day long. And I promise you, I have a sweet tooth, right? But like that cup of chocolate versus the cup of broccoli, right? When I was talking about volume eating, growing, into this journey, right? Because it's a lifestyle change, you start to notice, like, wow, gee, I actually really crave the cup of broccoli. As long as that thing is seasoned, come on, can't tell me nothing, right? It feels weird to just eat meat by itself. So I can't imagine. I can't remember when I was like a kid. I feel like I was never really a kid who hated vegetables, but I do feel like I didn't prioritize eating them nearly as much as I do now. But there were some kids who really like, I'm like, oh, vegetables are yucky. Like, I don't know why that was a thing. Like, on like TV, they always made it seem in like cartoons like kids hated vegetables. Like it was something you had to like force kids to eat, right? And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I what? No, please give me a cruciferous cauliflower. Give me a carrot. Right? It just pairs well with the meal. And the big thing is like when you saute vegetables and you season them, I can't see eating a meal without my. It's real hard. I remember I went to um I went to get dumplings with my homegirl, and she was saying, like, I remember we ordered the dumplings, and she was like, "Oh, we don't really have any vegetables on the plate, do we?" I was like, "Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth, right?" Like, so we ordered green beans, and they were so good. They had like soy sauce and sesame oil and garlic, and they were sticky and delicious, and they tossed them in the wok, and were so good. Oh, yeah, yeah. So clearly, I'm like zoned out, and digging into this chicken. And I will see y'all in a little bit for dessert. All right, love ya. All right, y'all. So I'm going to wind down, have my little sleepy time vanilla tea by Celestial Seasonings, and I really just stick the tea bag in there because at this point I'm like, it's tea and water, right? Like I don't necessarily feel like I need stevia or honey or anything to sweeten it up. Getting ready for bed, and there's a fair amount of sugar in this brown sugar boba ice cream bar I'm about to consume. These things are yummy. I got this at 99 Ranch. Obviously, like not great as far as the calories, sugar, and protein is concerned, but it's my little treat to myself after working so hard to get these macros right, right? So, yeah, I'm all about moderation. All right, that is it. If y'all are interested in this tumbler, which has been fabulous, I'll link it down in the description box. It keeps everything warm or cold if you need it to. Yeah, so I'm gonna have my tea, practice my gratitude with my gratefulness coasters, and go to sleep. Bye.